Hey guys, what's up? Nah here, and we're here to talk. To just talk.
Imagine if I just sound like that all the damn time, man. Like one of those YouTubers. I'd be tough. But yo. I kind of want to do that a little louder and with more energy, but let's try and calm it down today, man. Just try and calm it down. Welcome to the Just Talking podcast. I'm Nah. Hopefully you know that by now. Or if you're new, you'll know if you watch some of the older episodes, man. But basically, man, we here. We just talking. Let's get to it, man. All right. How's everything been with you guys, man? I'm 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 getting pretty consistent with this, huh? Man, like you didn't even expect that I've been like low key dropping almost every week, man. Like if you average it out, it's every week, man. I bet. Like, don't do the math. Just listen to what I'm saying, bro. Because everything I'm gonna say here is correct according to my research on the internet, which never fucking lies to you. Uh, so what should we talk about first? Oh, I guess just gotta go straight into the biggest topic since the last time I dropped. It would have to fucking be the stock market. Now, I ain't your motherfucking financial advisor. I don't do that stuff. But it's funny, like, so this whole thing with the GameStops and the Nokia and the BlackBerry and the AMC theaters. It's actually funny because so I haven't been trading for a super long time, like on the stock market and everything. Um, Started doing it around July-ish. Basically, basically, I had already started like doing the little practices and like learning how to read charts and all that shit. Basically, by the time I started this podcast, man. So like, been doing it pretty frequently up to now, and so honestly, I'd been known about Wall Street bets or r slash Wall Street bets and the escapades, man, dude. And like, you'd even see it on your YouTube if you like sat there and watch a whole bunch of trading videos and shit. Like, they are known to be like to just be losers, man. Like Wall Street's bets, if you look them up and it has nothing to do with the GameStop shit, it's literally about to be a video clowning them niggas, bruh. Saying, oh yeah, lost $600,000, man. I went all in. YOLO plays, man. You either get rich or you die trying, feel me? That's what they were doing, man. So it's like you just keep hearing, oh yeah, these people are stupid. They don't know what they're doing. They're just throwing random trades and doing options for no reason. Just do regular stocks. You're stupid. You don't know what you're doing. You're rookies. You suck. Guess what? Them niggas sunk hedge funds, bro. Woo! How many of them niggas fell, man? How many? How many people did the Citadel lose due to these reckless Redditors on the internet? Just how much? Now, I remember what it was like first in, man, because like I'm in a few group chats. Like I'm in like two, three discords for trading, in Snap, in a Snapchat group chat, and I have a different amount of people I just talk to about it. You know, so it's uh like for the GameStop, I had heard about GameStop and AMC literally the same day the new CEO came. Actually, I had heard the rumblings about, oh, yo, we should pump game. everybody needs to buy GameStop. Like some of my friends actually caught onto it in the beginning, like fucking balling out, man, fucking ballers. John Wall, Kyrie Harden, they're just ballers. And they some I think majority of them went safe and got stocks into the options. So if you don't know what the difference is, options is you bet is basically you're betting more and it goes up and like you get more out of it. Like it's more dangerous than betting stocks. Because in a sense, options are harder to get out of, and it's just a whole bunch of work, man. Like you really want this? Not a trading podcast, and I don't feel like going into depth. Well, nah, you go into depth about all the other pod stuff, like fucking NBA and everything. Yeah, well, that's what I want to do, and that's not what I want to do here. I just want to talk about the mad labs of Wall Street bets and these geniuses, man. These autistic geniuses. Literally, like if you look, like before I get canceled for this, if you look, it's like it's stuff that they said. It's stuff that like actually like I think it was CSNBC, that fucking place, man. Like that were literally saying that they were like it's literally that's how bad. That's when I say their rap was bad before this. This is how bad it was, bruh. Literally, these niggas were called degenerates, bruh. Hooligans. Man, how many more fucking synonyms am I going to think of? Synonyms. Like, I don't know, man. These guys went off, man. I think and like most of it is based off this one Reddit user. Keep in mind, I'm saying all this based off memory. I'm not pulling nothing up. So it's like I think his name was freaking Deep fucking Value, bro. This mad lad sunk 52 or 53K into GameStop options. Nigga made a quick 22 mil. Quick bag, quick back end. He's the one. He's number one. Man, he's number one. All right. I just want y'all to realize that. Like, this man, because keep in mind, they pumped GameStop to from where it was like $6, man. Borderline bankruptcy. They pumped these niggas all the way up from that, from 6 beans to 400 was the peak last week. So I don't like, and it's just crazy. So we see all this, right? You literally see rags to riches stories, bro. Like this, a lot of this shit was actually like beautiful, man. Like just to like get off the story for a little bit. Like the amount of people who I saw donating to charities, like using the money because like the many bills that they had, the fact that we are in an economic struggle right now. It's a goddamn pandemic, man. Pans out and everything. So it's like seeing these people getting it. It was good, and it was like you actually read through some of the stories, man, whether they're fake or not. And I was taking the benefit of the doubt of like most of them saying they weren't, because like when you read them, you could kind of tell they seemed pretty genuine. But it was just it was good all around, man. It was a good time until the hedge funds came. And man, them niggas been controlling the markets for years, man. And it's crazy. Like, this is another tangent, man. Because you actually fuck it. Fuck it. Keep on talking about the other thing, then I'll get to this, man. Add up, man. Trying to stack shit on top of things, bro. I gotta build the foundation. So stuff that I say don't crash down just seem like a jumbled mess. Which is basic right now. But listen, all right, hear me. So basically what I'm saying is that the hedge fund niggas, man, the evil, the bad guys in this story, motherfucking these guys went ahead and because so this is what happened. I guess I should explain it all the way. So a few redditors on Wall Street Bets saw that GameStop was getting close, squeezing, was getting pushed into bankruptcy because so many people, not even like a lot of hedge funds did it, but you could see a lot of like some quote unquote professional. I don't know. I didn't really watch them, but professional traders who were planning to like short GameStop basically. And to short something is basically to bet on it going down. And they were betting on it going down so much that they bought a 140% of stocks that were out for GameStop. So keep in mind, you're only allowed to take out 100% of something. I don't know who I have to explain this to, but just in case niggas like heard that and didn't automatically be like 140%. That's 40 more than 100. How is that possible? Exactly. It shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be legal. But they were able to sell 140%. Keep in mind, they don't own all 140% of the stock. Obviously. I don't think so anyways. Crazy. But that's what I'm saying. So they're shorting it, and the way these shorts work is that they have an expiration date. So if it falls by a certain amount within a certain amount of time, that's the money that you would get based off of it. So going off that, what if the reverse happens? What if it rises? Well, then you lose all that money you sunk into it. Guess what happened to those hedge funds the moment GameStop started going to the fucking moon? I don't know why I said it like that. But when GameStop started going to the moon, man, rockets, man. Man, if you know about trading, you already know about the rockets emoji, man. Even if you don't, if you've seen the memes, bro, just rockets, bro. Rockets and moon. That's all you gotta know. Rockets and moon. Also, you never go against Daddy Elon. Wait. I might need to cut that out. You never go against Mr. Professor Dr. Musk, man. Elon Musk is the motherfucking goat at this, man. No matter what he don't even need to be running your company. If he says your stock is overrated, pack it up. Bankrupt. All right? Go against Mr. Professor Dr. Sergeant Elon Musk, all right? Go against my guy, all right? But Elon was you saw a whole bunch of like support from Twitter, like Elon was one of those supports. So you know, GameStop rose a little bit after Elon was on the train. So you see that. You see. Oh dang! You actually saw a good representation from both sides of the political spectrum, which is interesting to say the least. But like when these hedge funds started losing all this money because of how much money they had sunk into it, they started losing billions of dollars. Hedge funds were actually going bankrupt. It was such a huge flip because their shorts were wrong. Now, did they try to get out of it? No. Actually, after the first fucking day, them niggas doubled down, I think, after the first day. That's how bold they were. I think that's when it was really reaching 140% when they doubled down on their shorts. Like, dang, bruh. Well, Wall Street, them niggas at Wall Street Bets made them do the Bart Simpsons, you feel me? You made them eat their shorts. not a good joke. All right. I thought it was pretty good, but it was just crazy, man. But going back, you saw support from all sides of the political spectrum: Donald Trump Jr., freaking Elon Musk, AOC. I think there's some other people I just don't care about anymore. Like you only need to care about AOC and Elon Musk, man. to be honest. But all these people came out in support of it, of basically what Wall Street bets were doing, because this is this is where things started getting a little bit on the illegal side. But the moment all these billion-dollar companies started losing money and everything, just like in like the 2008s when fucking there was that huge economic collapse. The first people that got bailed out were the banks. In this, during this thing, the first thing is they tried to bail out the hedge funds. So this would happen. So what happened is that Citadel is like some huge corporation that like basically funnels money and manages a whole bunch of hedge funds, and they either own Robinhood or have part ownership in Robinhood and a lot of other stuff. So they have a pretty huge influence. So even though keep him, because mind you, these niggas were letting these niggas were selling fucking shares that weren't there, but under the guise of market volatility for the stock. And and you see, you can make that excuse maybe if they just did GameStop, but let's continue. So they said, "Oh, because of market volatility, you can't trade this stock." Now that's okay, maybe GameStop, but then they did it on every single stock that not like it didn't even like Wall Street bets didn't even have to 100% be going for them. Literally, if their name was like mentioned enough by not even just like people on Wall Street bets, but just people in general, guess what? It got moved over. It got swept right under, man. Pushed right next to it, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, so it was like BlackBerry got put on trade restrictions where you couldn't like there was a whole day where you couldn't buy like stocks on multiple platforms. Freaking TD Ameritrade did that. Webull did that. And the thing is that they were trying to limit retail traders as well as trying to curb the hype that had been garnered already. Because imagine everybody's making all this money. People who didn't even have the app before are mass downloading, starting to invest, putting money into their accounts. So it's understandable that servers a little bit shaky and all that, but nah, because it was really those stocks. And I'll say this: those stocks were making all the other ones, a little bit stuffer because everybody was looking at that. Nobody was really looking to trade on, especially since it was earnings, which is a whole nother beast. Oh, it's a whole nother one. But like, you just see all of this, all the carnage and mayhem, and you see all these government officials signing off saying all this. Keep in mind, hedge funds, all of these, like hedge funds and Citadel, all of them niggas have been manipulating the market for a while. If there's insider trading being done, uh, this is off another subject, or not, basically same thing. They literally like put an investigation off to Wall Street bets. I think like the moment GameStop, like the day GameStop broke 100, and it was really getting like this entire thing was getting big. They literally they started like they shut down the Reddit for a while. They shut down the Discord. They were like shutting down any other forms with they're literally going around shutting down and then saying that they're doing it for the sake of what's it called? For the sake of checking if there's any insider trading, which I'll say there's a possibility of it. Like I'm not stupid. Let's just be honest. A new CEO, someone looked like obviously I'm leaning towards the side of where it wasn't or it was like very minuscule, but like GameStop got a new CEO, he was the e-commerce one, and people thought the stock was getting underrated, which it was because it was getting forced to bankruptcy by the people who were shorting the stock. So they saw all these shorts, they rallied the troops on their Reddit page, and they forced them niggas to take massive losses, man. They had to get bailed out by their parent company to sit it out. I'm not saying those baby companies that ended up getting like fucking bankrupted just because the Citadel just sounds cooler, man. Like who really cares about a freaking about the name of these regular hedge funds, man? Who really cares about them? I'll find one of them, man, and I'll tell you. Let me see. Hurt retiree. Here's the other thing. So this is actually like I just pulled up this article. Why the GameStop frenzy may hurt retirees along with hedge funds, just because a lot of people's plans and assets do funnel into hedge funds for when they're working for their retirement plans. But the you also have to keep in mind the fact that they do that happens, so it allows hedge funds to do whatever the fuck they want. I don't know, like how much money those people are actually getting back in their retirement when they're like would give their money to hedge funds for their retirement program. So like you just hear so much bad shit from hedge funds, man. Like literally even in that Soul movie, bro, that me, Owen, and Joel talked about a few weeks ago. That they fucking poked at hedge funds and even their employees are fucking lifeless. Man. But basically, to go back to like what I was saying, it's interesting. The government 2008 bailed them out. I won't say the government bailed them out. I think I just feel like they had this stuff in the works just for like a type of fail safe. Because keep in mind, like I said, Citadel was like has part ownership or like whoever like they're in connects with the people of Robinhood essentially. And even before the day before Robinhood took the trading thing, the started like restricting traders. The CEO went on CSNBC. I don't know if that's the right network, but fuck them niggas either way, because them niggas were like literally like overselling like the whole situation. Basically, like saying that they should ban retail traders. Essentially, it was quite retarded, but or rather ban these groups like Wall Street Bets online, which is stupid beyond belief. But because that's essentially what they're doing. They're big corporations working together, tanking stocks. That's literally what they're doing to GameStop, forcing it to bankruptcy. But you see these governments helping them, and it's a little bit of the same. I feel like there's gonna they were saying there's gonna be talks about this. Okay, there's also going to be talks about my stimuli, my motherfucking stimmy man. I want my motherfucking stimmy man. There's talks about all this stuff, man. But I want to see what actually gets happened because I don't. I'm not seeing much. And literally making almost a whole day where they had it so no one could buy any more GameStop stocks, but rather they could sell any of the ones that they owned was disgusting. Enough said. All right. You know, I actually wanted to come here this this week, like well, actually it was kind of something else planned, but like it wasn't for this. We talking about anime and or games. Just how me, just how's Nas life right now? You know, in February, like January, end of January, in February. What? How's Nas doing? Huh? And I wanted to talk about that. You know what? I will, just because it seems easier that way. So let's talk about Nah. Well, Nah has been cooling it, man. Started doing some getting back into doing some runs, man. Gosh, bruh. Like right when quarantine started up until freaking June, I was doing like runs daily or at least every other day. Like I was doing that. I was feeling better. Everything was right, man. I would go and I was actually like I felt like I was getting like more athletic, man. I felt like I could run the ball down the court, man. Like and then freaking after I want to say July. it was like after July really was when everything just kind of like I was still in summer classes, so obviously I had just finished all those, go off to Washington to see my guy, have a little bit of fun there, and then come back, going straight into freaking semester. I just didn't feel like I had the time for it. Now I'm getting back into it, man. We'll see how well I lean into it, man. We'll see. But hopefully, once it starts getting warmer, bruh, it's freaking snowed, man. Freaking snowed. And like usually, I like going like I'm traveling through subjects. Let me finish out the thought real quick. Then I'll get to the snow. But like when it gets warmer, be killing it more because I can't be running outside in this temperature. I ain't got a treadmill in this house, and I just don't feel the need to pay for a gym membership right now. Like, nah, is it really worth it? Right now, I can get myself by with doing some body weight exercises, man. I'll just do that. And then if I'm really progressing well, then maybe you start talking about a gym, bro. We start seeing him nah can be big nah. Another chapter, man. His final form. But it freaking snowed, bro. Snow is so sad in quarantine, bro. Like, fuck. Like, even my first, because last year, sophomore year, it did not snow at all. I feel like maybe there's a little bit of them flakes on the ground, bro. But it was nothing. It was nothing, man. What? Who's gonna help me, man? Who's gonna give me that break? I needed you, Snow. And now that we're in quarantine, bro, I sit here. I watch my little sister not have school, not have classes because of a wee bit of snow. Just a wee bit. The roads are snowed in, but me, I have to go to every single class still. And I won't lie, I'm not even motivated to be like out in the snow anyways, bruh. Like, it's cold, bruh. I feel like it gets to a point where unless you have a whole bunch of people who you're just gonna be messing around with, like I don't know. I feel like it gets to a point where you get too old to really just be playing out in the snow. Cause like when I was younger, I could dead ass go by myself in the snow and go out and have a fun day just sledding down my freaking neighbor's huge ass hill. Make, getting a shovel, making a little snow ramp with it, so you fly up, you come crashing down that hard ass snow, that hard ass Virginia snow. The sled's kind of ass, so it just pain when it goes, but it's a good kid type of pain, bro. Where it's like you're having fun with it. You feel me? Like that's the type of stuff that I kind of miss. That shit was lovely. You know, when I was younger, it was it was like one of the was it a snowstorm in 2011? It was like that one huge snowstorm, bro. I think school was closed for almost a damn week or some shit, bro. Like it was just huge, man. It was huge. And like I remember I went sledding. I don't know if I took my little sister with me. I might have. And like I went sledding, and my fucking after I went down the hill, I freaking stepped out, and my leg sunk all the way into the snow, man. That joint was like maybe 2 feet. I don't even know. That joint was sucking me in, man. Like I pulled and I pulled, man. I pulled and I pulled, and all that came out was it my foot wrapped in two socks, but no shoe. Dog. If you have never walked back home with one shoe and there is snow all over the fucking ground with a shovel and possibly gloves. I don't even remember, bro. Honestly, a kid that kept losing gloves on it, or like I'd like see stuff on TV where people would have the gloves without the fingertips, and I just like cut them, or I'd like cut stuff, or randomly get bored and I'll cut my glove up or some shit. Like I was I was that guy, man. I was the creative kid. So it's like, but dang, bro. Then I remember once, like, they just, man, my little sister was young, bro. I was young too, so I didn't really know how to take care of kids, bro. And I was all like, I like snow. She likes snow. She's a kid too. So I took my sister, man. We went outside, and I took her into the snow, and she was just like, she had fun for a while, for like first 10 minutes when we were sledding and everything. Then after a while, she got cold, bruh. She was frostbitten as. Mm. And I was like, if she was just crying, I had to pick her up, take her home, bruh. She just cried the entire time, bruh. I get home, I'm getting yelled at. Why would you take her out in the snow? My older sister, my older brother yelling at me, bruh. No adults at home. Because we were running that house, man. You know the vibes. Man, we were running that house. So I was just getting yelled at by them. People who quote unquote knew better than me. And, you know, I think I did a good job. Because, at the end of the day, it's really about the fun that you have as a kid that really matters. All right. When you go back and you think about it, sure, you might remember the times you cried, but it doesn't hold that same sort of pain that it did as it does back then. Those reminiscent feelings. Isn't that what we all truly want to go back to? So no, I am not a bad brother. I'm the best fucking brother. All right. I gave her the joy she may remember in 10 years. But she won't, because, man, she got bad memory now. No, she barely remembers stuff from when she was a kid. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah. So sad, man. Like, maybe it's also because of quarantine. Snow just doesn't feel like it used to. It just really doesn't. Maybe it's because of quarantine. Maybe it's because like everybody's on their new on their devices now. Nobody really goes outside. You know, nobody's really outside anymore. Kids don't play outside. They just play their games. Their Roblox or Little Big Planet, Who's Sackboy, what's it called? You feel me? And the Fortnite building ramps and ramps and ramps, teaching these kids nothing but violence. It's crazy, man. Like it's just getting on that topic for a little bit, man. The games, bro. How that makes people crazy instead of just bad parenting in general. Or maybe like it's either you're a bad parent or you gave birth to a devil. Like he had no chance anyways, bro. No matter how good you were to him, he was going to shoot something up. Like those are really the only two options, man. It's either like you can't blame everything around people for why they turned out bad. You can't solely blame them. Like if it was a lack of parents, I understand. But as parents, you should you should have a little bit of responsibility for what your care what your kid does. Cause like I don't know, for me, if if someone tells me makes me look at someone who made me look at someone who's normal, bro. Like hit me with the freaking hi, I'm normal from SpongeBob, bro. how isn't the weather good? Look good today, or whatever was said in that episode, man. Y'all should be SpongeBob connoisseurs by this point, man. Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all know what I mean. But like, I don't know. Like, if you made me meet someone who was like completely normal, and then 5 minutes later, after having a conversation, you asked me if I believe if he could burn down a nursery, I'd be like, yeah, you can believe that shit, especially if he's white. But that's besides. But like in just general, I can believe that shit for the most part. Like maybe I'm not. Maybe I just can't see the good in everybody, and I just see the potential bad. Because like I look at someone and I'm like, you never know what the fuck they hiding, man. Like you always hear all these cases, and you're like, well, these niggas are multi-millionaires. And not only were they doing this, they got caught after doing it for years. Like there's people like that like you gotta keep in mind, man. Like niggas are bad people, but as long as they're not bad in public, it doesn't really matter. That's basically what the hedge funds were. They don't they technically like weren't 100% publicly bad. Like you couldn't go ahead and like say that. But if you go and you actually look, like you go through the documents, you go through the research, man. You look at the numbers. You look at all of that, man. Look at all of that, and you see these niggas are cunts. We should not settle for this any longer. Rise up, men. Fight against this GameStop short selling. Won't stop. Can't stop. GameStonks. Stonks only move up to the moon, brethren. To the moon. Hold on to your shares, man. But don't invest in any other meme stocks except maybe AMC and GameStop. I'm not your financial advisor, but like I wouldn't go past those two, to be honest. Nokia too, if you want to help a nigga out. But a man still trapped on his Nokia calls. But they're long calls. I might shorten myself, man. Do a little poor man's covered calls. You traders listening, I'll know what I mean. And all you non-traders, I don't know, man. I'm not going to sit here and explain it, man. That's what the internet's for. You do your own research. On off that, like niggas, don't people in the like comment sections or like in Twitter replies who tell you do your own research? Aren't they so annoying? Like they reply under shit that you're talking about, and they tell you to do that they don't want to tell you the facts, but you should just do research. And I understand it to an extent. How the hell did we talk about Twitter comments? I don't know, but I am. All right. But it's like all these people was like, it's not our job to teach. All right, nigga, it also wasn't your job to fucking reply, but you and this bitch here too, huh? All right. Now, this is my thing. To a certain extent, you should give a certain amount. Like, if you're gonna refute someone's claim, you shouldn't just refute it. Especially if they reply back to you and you be like, do your own research. Nah, fuck you, nigga. You should literally come with evidence, bro. Forgot what this quote was, but it's like, essentially, it was saying that, being open-minded is being accepting of new evidence, but being open-minded is not accepting things with no evidence. In the sense that both the people because while the original person might be like subject to it, like if the original person is genuine, like completely wrong, bro, 100%, bro, tell them. And in my opinion, the first person should more or less do some research in the beginning, like correct their wrong points, especially if they know that they didn't do it. But then the other people, bro, who are just like saying stuff but without actually having like facts on it. What the fuck is your point, man? Like, if I ever say something controversial, know that it is something. It is either something I believe, something that I want to believe, or I'm just or I'm not serious about it at all. It is literally just the funniest thing to me. If that thing was said, like honestly, sometimes you just gotta piss off a crowd to have a good time. All right, I'm on my Joker shit, man. Some people just need to watch the world burn. I'm on that shit sometimes, bro. So I don't know, man. That's just what I believe in. All right. Hey, I was actually I was guest featured on a party on some people's podcasts. They don't actually do podcasts, but they do clips of podcast. They like basically record and then they just do a whole bunch of clips and they post that like basically essentially 10-minute clips. Should I do that? Yeah, maybe, but I won't. I won't. At least I won't post it on Spotify and all those. I have clip like all right. This is turning more into an update. So I'm gonna do a short little update. And then it might ain't a little hard. This might just be a talk. But essentially, I'm thinking about going on a break for a little bit. Not now or super soon, but a break to see. Ooh. Robinhood has now sent out an email why we had to take action. So I'm gonna update and then I'm gonna tell y'all the email because this is basically updated news on the news day. We're just talking. Bye, nah. The fuck did I just do that? That was terrible. Ugh. Might need to edit that out. Editing now, you got it? Probably not. But freaking I just think that I gotta add a little bit of sass to it. All right. So what I'm basically about to do is get my lazy ass to start advertising a little bit more, and then maybe, just maybe, make the cover art a little bit more pretty. Why am I talking like this? Who knows? But listen, this is just an update. Alright? This is something that I think that we need. It's a guy, it's dynamic. Do it. Alright. So we might go on a break. She's basically remodeling. Cleaning out the house. Early spring cleaning. Might do that. So watch out for that, okay? Okay. Now, let's take a look at this Robinhood email, shall we? Let me put on my desk assistant voice. A note from Robinhood. Hi, nah. We wanted to reach out to you after a transformative week in the markets to answer a question we know many of you are asking. Why did Robinhood limit certain stocks? By the way, someone actually came on the Reddit, and again, I don't know the level of credibility, but it seemed to be someone who worked with Robinhood, like literally inside the company, literally saying that the trading was limited due to the want to protect these hedge funds and these billionaires and everything. So again, take that and this with a grain of salt, because you can't just limit like the buying and selling of stocks. You can't limit certain stocks like that, especially after there was such a huge demand. You can't just limit them. But let's continue. We understand that the temporary shocks you placed on certain the temporary limits we placed on certain stocks this past week were frustrating for many, especially since we built Robinhood to expand access to investing. We have always sought to put our customers first. And blah blah blah. To help explain what happened, we wrote a letter to our customers and captured the key understandings for you below. All right. For Robinhood to operate, we must meet clearinghouse deposit requirements. Deposit requirements are determined in part by how much a stock a firm's customers hold. If the firm's customer holding are volatile, a broker in this instance is obligated to meet higher deposit requirements. Last week, and due to volatility in some popular stocks, Robinhood's deposit requirements rose tenfold. The combination of deposit increases and extraordinary increases in volume on these particular symbols led us to put temporary buying restrictions in place of a small number of those stocks. We had to take steps to limit those, and we didn't want to stop people from buying stocks. We certainly weren't trying to help hedge funds. The hedge fund, who, keep in mind, the parent company, the Citadel of hedge funds. All right, the Citadel has some sort of reach into Robinhood. Anywho, they basically want you to think that they just did it because they had to. Now, does it make sense? Yeah, their reasoning makes sense. Do I believe them? Not really, because like I said, all the other evidence just doesn't point to it. And then it was weird because it's like the CEO came on to CSNBC, and I said this, but I don't think I actually told you guys what he said. But basically, he was being hella vague. So because this is what I got from it. They basically were like trying to ask him directly about the GameStop situation, and he literally said, "I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not doing any of that." So he didn't want to talk about it. Instead, he said, honestly, a lot of people, this is an issue. There's an issue with, in the sense of volatility. Like, he mentioned volatility. Keep that in mind. It's like there's volatility and there's so many new traders who don't know exactly what they're doing. So essentially, and this is my issue with it, he, instead of trying to take responsibility, like, he could have just up and said, I don't know if Robinhood servers can handle a large influx. Like, stuff like that. A level of transparency, which would be like, all right, bad in the short run, but at the end of the day, would let people view your company as better in the long term. Especially like with Robinhood, like even with this, I don't feel like people are gonna like really move away from the platform. Obviously, a lot of people are already like preferring other platforms. Robinhood is already like more of a newbie platform to say. But it is also pretty useful in the sense of like spreads and stuff that can be done on them, which can't be done on other ones. But yeah, nah. Like you guys can go and watch it yourselves. All right. I didn't think he made any clear points. I don't think this entire situation is over with because the squeeze has not been squoze. All right. So I guess that's the podcast. All right. We were just talking. No, we not. I'm gonna catch y'all.